Hello, my name is Bob Hilster and I am your particle model guru, here to follow up on LIGO concerning the presentation my son just gave. Now, keep in mind, my son and I agree exactly on what happens, but I'm going to give you the more details on how the particle model explains the LIGO experiment. What we do agree to is that there probably was a cataclysmic event. There was an event where there was a massive crashing, maybe multiple events happening in rapid succession that caused something to happen. The physicist, when you listen to the physicists are going to tell you that the space-time continuum, that event caused a ripple in space-time. That's their answer. When you look at the interferometer, what they're really saying is that the length of the interferometer, these are the two legs, the length of that interferometer is changing due to length contraction, which is part of relativity. That's their explanation. The particle model explanation assumes they're correct about the cataclysmic event, but when that happens, you're going to have a release of a lot of particles. Just like an atomic bomb, you're going to have a release of a lot of particles. The particle model would suggest that there is a wall of G1 particles being blown out in all directions. Not G1, excuse me. A wall of G2 particles being expanded out in all directions. Why G2? Because in previous my discussions, I have just recently described how the G2 particle causes light to bend. Not only can it cause light to bend, but it can cause it to speed up, slow down, or turn, which means bend. So when this wall of G1 particle comes down and hits the interferometer, it can cause the light in this to change speed. It can cause the light in this leg to bend. And when it bends, when it does that, it takes light which is in phase and shifts it out of phase, causing an interference pattern. So when it's in this position, that wave, that wall, can cause light to move differently in this leg versus this leg. If the interferometer was positioned this way at 45-degree angle and the wall came down, it would probably affect both arms of the interferometer the same, and there would be no change in phase. It would stay put, it would stay in phase. Anywhere else besides that position, and the light would go out of phase. That's the particle model. G2 is G2 gravity that can bend light, can cause it to speed up, slow down, and cause the interference pattern in the LIGO experiment. So, as a critical thinker, it's up to you to decide. Listen to the physicist. Understand what they're saying. Listen to Dave and I. Understand what we're saying with the particle model. You decide. As a critical thinker, you make the decision. Don't accept me just because I said it, or Dave said it, or the physicist said it. You decide. So my name is Bob Hilster, and I'm your particle model guru, and I just explained how the particle model would explain the LIGO experiment. Thank you for your attention.